Well, this is kind of embarrassing. Call of Duty Black Ops outsold Halo on the PlayStation 5 by nearly 11 million copies. Now, everybody's out there saying how well Campaign Evolved is doing on PlayStation. We know the Steam number's not great. And then the goalpost gets moved, and it's like, well, the PlayStation numbers are really, really good, guys. Polygon says Halo Studios suffered layoffs despite the success of Campaign Evolved. It's actually, for a Halo game, massively underperforming, which probably led to the layoffs. We're going to talk a little bit more about that later, because now they're trying to spin that the only people affected by the layoffs at Halo Studios were independent contractors, but we know that's not true, because there was one guy who was laid off after 6.5 years, and he said he'd been dodging the layoff bullet for a long time, and now it's finally caught up to him after Campaign Evolved failed. So, like, what is going on here, guys? They're trying very, very hard to salvage the Halo brand, but yeah, a couple of dirt old, bare bones Call of Duty Black Ops ports beat Halo. That's where Halo's at right now. You would think that Halo on PlayStation would be like the most exciting thing ever, but the brand is in such a decimated state right now that nobody gives a shit. They don't care. So let's talk about it. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Hey, check out the audio version of CLOWNFISH TV. If you go out to iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to podcasts, we are there. We've got the audio-only version. You don't have to watch the bobbing avatars. I know it gets kind of tiresome. I get tired of watching me. I get tired of listening to myself, honestly. So let's talk about this. Geeky's sitting this one out because she's tired of me too. No, she doesn't care about this. Call of Duty Black Ops ports outsell Halo on PS5 by nearly 11 million copies. This is coming from Vice. Call of Duty Black Ops 1 and 2 reportedly outsold Halo Campaign Evolved on PS5 11 million copies. 32 to 1. 32 to 1. Wow. If the latest Alinea analytics estimates are accurate, the lower budget Call of Duty ports collectively outsold Microsoft's 2026 Halo remake 32 to 1 on PS5. Again, everybody said, well, just wait for the PS5 numbers. That's where all the players are. They're on the PlayStation. We've heard this before. This has happened so many times where a game launches, it falls flat on its face on Steam, and then they're like, oh, no, guys, it's fine. Remember Concord? Same thing. Now, this wasn't as bad as Concord, but still, they're like, well, you can't go by the Steam numbers because, it was mostly a PlayStation thing. Hey, look, there's 0 people playing Concord right now. All-time peak 2 years ago. Yeah, I remember. That was the thing. Everybody pointed out what a failure Concord was on Steam, and they're like, oh, guys, this isn't, you need to look at the PlayStation numbers. When the PlayStation numbers come in, that's when we're going to get the full picture, because that's where everybody's playing this game and nobody was playing it. And I think it's the same with Halo too, right? I think that's what's going on here. According to the sales data from Alinea Analytics, Halo Campaign Evolved has reportedly sold poorly on PS5. How bad could it be, you may ask? Well, according to the analytics firm, Call of Duty Black Ops and Black Ops 2 PS5 outsold Halo by nearly 11 million copies combined. Oh my God. This is staggering considering Black Ops and Black Ops 2 were originally released during the Xbox 360 era, the last era that had good Halo too, by the way. And their PS5 ports didn't cost nearly as much to produce as Campaign Evolved. The stunning sales data was revealed by Reese Elliott in a recent post on X. All right, let's take a look at this and see what Reese Elliott has to say. Beyond the Call of Duty doing ports, doing gangbusters. He actually said that. It's a typo, obviously. The thing that stands out is Halo's notably slow start on PlayStation, which ironically stings even more next to the success of 2 light effort CoD ports. Halo sold 351,000 copies on what? Oh, we were told it was selling millions and millions of copies. Halo sold 351,000 copies on PS5 in July and 452K on PlayStation to date. That's it. Not even 500,000. $60 was way too much for this one. And for comparison, Halo has sold through 212K on Steam and around 900K on Xbox. Yeah, well, Xbox makes sense. That makes sense. One can't help but wonder what could have been if Halo had kept the trajectory it had around Halo 3 and Reach. What? You mean Bungie? You mean Bungie. Bungie as it was before. The dark times. A remake of that game started all... a remake of the game that started all landing this softly on a new platform makes me pretty bloody sad as a Halo fan. It's over, man. You can catch a full analysis of the ranking on Substack, but that's the gist. This July's PS5 chart is all about nostalgia and catalog a proven beloved old game dropping at the right moment and, just as importantly, at the right price can out-earn almost anything new and buy a bit of breathing room in the slate. Yeah, so if they hadn't messed with it, if they hadn't added new characters, if they hadn't built it in Unreal Engine 5, if they hadn't hired people that actually hate the franchise to work on the franchise, maybe some of these people would still have their jobs. I'm just saying, it was a recipe for disaster, and gamers pay attention. That's wild. So here are the charts. We got to look at this. All right, so Call of Duty Black Ops 2, 8.2 million, Black Ops 3 million, Halo Campaign Evolved, 351,000. Not even 500,000 to date on PlayStation. Why it struggled on PS5. Oh my God, guys. Wait. Are you kidding me? Grand Theft Auto. Wait. July's top PlayStation games by copies sold. Okay. College Football 27 makes sense. Grand Theft Auto 5 and Minecraft and Palworld outsold Halo. Remember, it was supposed to be a big deal that Halo was coming to PlayStation? Big, huge deal. Halo's coming to PlayStation, guys. Grand Theft Auto 5 and Minecraft and Palworld all outsold Halo. Halo's debut on PlayStation. Maybe they should try putting it on the Switch. See what... Maybe should just put it on the Switch and see what happens. Wow. Many PlayStation players also weighed in and argue that Halo Campaign Evolved required an Xbox account to play on PS5. That's not the reason. I mean, that's part of the reason, but that's not the reason. Its higher price appears to have been the biggest hurdle, especially when the cheaper Black Ops ports were able to find such a massive audience. Just release the game remastered and sell it for like $20. You would have been fine. With Microsoft recently pivoting back toward exclusives, Halo Campaign Evolved's slow PS5 launch could also give the publisher another reason to reconsider bringing its core AAA franchises to PlayStation in the future. Or you could just, make a good game. I mean, Palworld. You got beaten by Palworld. You got beaten by Grand Theft Auto 5. That is bad. But Polygon says everything's fine. Polygon says they suffered layoffs despite success of Campaign Evolved. We don't understand why they all got fired, guys. We don't get it. Why did they fire everybody at Halo Studios? It's such a success. Yeah, well, that is insane. But they also admitted this too. Xbox Halo remake is getting crushed by 2 Call of Duty ports, analyst says. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. But they're saying that the only people that got cut, according to GamesBeat, were contractors. But again, I don't think that's true. Because, I mean, it is normal for contractors to get cut loose after a game or an animation or whatever it is wraps. And some of the people who got cut probably were contractors, like, hey, you're done. You're working on this game. You're done. But there were a couple of people that were like, I've been with Halo Studios for a long time. The one guy was there for like 6.5 years. So I call bullshit on this. I think they're trying to save their ass. And I have to wonder, Ashish Sharma is all about Minecraft right now at Microsoft. If she's not going to look at this and be like, yeah, Halo's a damaged brand. We did Master Chief Collection. Halo Infinite was a huge failure. This was a huge failure. Maybe Halo's over. Maybe the best case scenario, well, I say sell it back to Bungie, but Bungie's in the shitter right now too. Like this is why I say, like, the people that worked on these things, once they leave, and the thing changes, it's no longer the thing that you fell in love with. And I'm not saying that other people can't come in and run with it and make good things, from the IP you're working within the framework, whatever. Occasionally you're going to get good stuff. right? Rogue One was, you know, occasionally you get good stuff even from Disney Star Wars because of who's working on it. But as far as it being consistently good, as far as it feeling like it did back in the day, there are so many reasons why that is not going to happen. So Halo, as you remember it, from the mid-2000s, when you're in your college dorm or playing with your buddies from high school or whatever, that game no longer exists. That franchise no longer exists. It just doesn't. It's over. It's game over. Game over for Halo, guys. Anyway, gonna wrap it up. Please subscribe. We'll talk later.